Albanese time up. Labour poll numbers falling daily as Albanese government has no coherent economic plan for Australia. It's an interesting time in Australian politics, with the Albanese government facing significant challenges. As host Paul Murray put it, the government appears to have no coherent economic plan for Australia. This sentiment echoes an old line from a song about not realising what you had until it's gone, and it seems many Australians have really missed a returning champion. This champion is none other than Nicholas Rees, who has made a remarkable comeback. After leaving politics to become the mayor of Melbourne, Rees won an election while the world was focused on the drama surrounding Donald Trump. Now, he has returned as the Lord Mayor of Melbourne, and Rees's achievement has not gone unnoticed, with Murray and co-host Matt Canavan enthusiastically welcoming him back. Canavan congratulated Rees on his victory, acknowledging that he faced significant opposition but still managed to sweep them all aside. Rees expressed his gratitude, noting that on the campaign trail, many people told him they had been watching Murray's program for years and were eager to vote for Rees. However, Murray was quick to remind Rees that the gloves were now off, and that Labor had not even sent preferences his way, making him a new figure on the political landscape. Murray then turned the conversation to the Albanese government, noting that the latest polls show the government is in serious trouble. More importantly, the polls suggest that the government's attempts to change the subject, such as addressing university fees or a small inquiry into cash, are not gaining traction with the electorate. Canavan welcomed Rees back and then delved into the heart of the matter, stating that he believes the government simply does not have a coherent economic plan or agenda for the country. Canavan argued that no amount of cash splashes, debt write-offs, or social media youth bans would be able to resuscitate the government's fortunes. He explained that people understand the seriousness of the crisis, with living standards falling more than any other country since the end of the COVID-19 pandemic, and real disposable income levels down by around 8%, a stark contrast to the growth seen in the United States. Canavan asserted that the Australian people are hungry for serious solutions, and that the government's trinkets and sales tricks simply won't cut it. He urged the government to use the upcoming Christmas break to develop a proper plan, rather than relying on more cash handouts. Rees acknowledged that it is indeed a very challenging time to be an incumbent government, pointing to the recent election results in the UK and the US, as well as local government elections in Victoria, where he had a hard-fought victory. Rees agreed that inflation and its impact on the cost of living is a significant factor, and one that is not unique to Australia but rather a global issue affecting the advanced world. However, Rees argued that Albanese has some positives to build on, such as addressing inflation since taking office and generating over 1 million jobs, as well as the government's new Building Australia's Future slogan. Rees believes the upcoming election will be a tight and hard-fought affair, and he cautioned Canavan against being complacent, suggesting that the government may have more tricks up its sleeve than it appears. The discussion highlights the significant challenges facing the Albanese government, with the hosts and their guest painting a picture of a government struggling to connect with the concerns of everyday Australians. The lack of a coherent economic plan appears to be a major source of concern, and the government will need to work hard to convince the electorate that it has the right solutions to the country's pressing issues.